Well, hi Capricorns, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Capricorns, what can you expect coming up in your life? Okay, looks like a mixed bag here. The overall energy here of your reading is the Star. This is the card for Aquarius. Aquarius might be strong in your chart or someone else's chart around this reading. But more importantly, you've been in a state of healing. And this is deep and spiritual healing. Looking at your reflection in that pool of water, having it bounce back at you, remembering the essence, the bare essence of who you are, what you want from life, what you don't want from life. This is the energy that you have been in and is surrounding the entire reading. Up here in your highest energy, Capricorn, the Five of Pentacles. So okay, sometimes this can be illness. But other times, and most of the time, this is about the feeling of being rejected or left alone. It's a depressing kind of feeling with this card, and it goes with the stars. These are the two strongest energy cards in your entire reading. So you've been going through something, but you've been healing, okay? So you're going to bring yourself out of it. You're remembering who you are, what you want from life, a lot. You're coming back to being you. I have the Hierophant here next to the Five of Pentacles. This is a card for Taurus. Taurus might be strong in your chart or someone else's chart around this reading. But this is about traditional values, traditional morals, and it's about groundedness, security, stability, and marriage. Very spiritual again. Now, that is right next to you feeling left alone. There's been a lot of healing. I think it feels like somebody's like that you were either in a marriage with or a commitment with that has left you alone, ghosted you, or just left you somehow. And this is what you're healing over, because you really thought that there was a commitment there or would be a commitment there. The Hierophant is right next to the Emperor. The Emperor is a card for Aries. Aries might be strong in your chart or strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. But this is the energy of it's kind of stubborn. It's like my way or the highway type energy. You know, it's hard to change the Emperor's mind once they make it up. They go by the book. And they could be a leader in their profession, but they're very well liked and respected by others. Now, I can't decide if this is you or the person you thought you were in a committed relationship with. Let me keep reading. Under the Five of Pentacles is the Ace of Cups. This is a lot of love. Look, it just flows over. And I think you had a lot of love for someone. I think it was this person. I think it was this energy. They don't have to be an Aries. But I think whoever it was wasn't willing to budge. And you were totally in love with them. And you've had to do a lot of healing because they're not in your life anymore. And then next to the Star card is the Two of Swords. And this is under the Emperor. I think that you were ignoring the warning signs with the Emperor. You had a blindfold on. Your heart is protected. Your swords are up. So it's like if you didn't deal with it, it's like maybe your intuition was telling you that, you know, something was off. and then it went off. And all this protecting of not bringing it up, not dealing with it, not bringing it out into the open, it didn't do you all that much good, because you still ended up in this place of deep healing and alone. So under the Ace of Cups is the Seven of Swords. I feel like the Emperor was hiding something from you, and that could have been their true feelings, okay? It's like they just were being deceitful. That's what the Seven of Swords is all about. Sometimes it's taking, it can be lying, stealing, cheating, but it can also be things like just not telling the truth, you know, hiding the truth about their feelings. Maybe they weren't like ready to hand out their cup of love. They weren't ready to get into a committed relationship. And they let you believe that they were. I have the Six of Wands next to the Seven of Swords and under the Star, the healing card. This is a card of like engagement. It can be with the wreath. But all these wands coming up in the background are people who celebrate your success in love. So I feel like people saw you as a couple, and you really felt that you were in a committed relationship, because we have the Six of Wands, the Star, and the Hierophant. Marriage, this is about commitment, this is about engagement a lot of times, and you're just healing over it. But you are healing, and you are moving forward. You're moving forward from this. You might have been engaged, you know, and you're also moving forward from not dealing with the situation, because you ended up having to anyway, through all this healing and all this time that you spent alone. But you're getting back on track, which is nice. I love seeing this card here. It's been a hard journey for you. You're moving away from rocky waters towards smoother, calmer waters with all these swords of truth and clarity. So you're understanding what happened, what went down. I kind of feel like the Emperor was not ready to move forward in a relationship, and they might have ghosted you, or they might have broke it off with you and left you with all this healing that you would have to do because of the love that you had for them. Let me take out the second part of this reading. Okay, Capricorn. I have the World card here. This is right next to the Emperor. Okay? So I feel like you are going to be entering a new life cycle. I think it's through all this healing, you know. Let me read more. We have you entering a new life cycle because you are moving forward, remember, down here. And then we have the Nine of Cups. It's, you know, all this healing, I think you're realizing you're getting yourself back together. You are collecting your cups of love, okay? And you're putting them on a shelf behind you, and you're coming into this happier place here. See that? So yeah, you're coming back to being yourself. Now you're discovering you do have a lot of love to share with someone in a new life cycle, which is what you're heading towards. I have the Knight of Cups on the other side of the Nine of Cups. This is an offer. This is like a love offer. It's sincere, usually sincere. But I think the Emperor might be coming back in. And they might be offering you a cup of love. But you just got through healing with the Emperor, that energy, okay? Male or female. They're all male or female. But I feel like they come back in, because this is the Nine of Cups. And they're coming in with that other cup that makes 10. And they're presenting themselves as if they're being sincere. But this causes you a lot of confusion, and a lot of questions come up, especially once you've healed. So time has gone by, enough time that you become yourself again. So you're wondering, do you want to enter this new life cycle with this person that they're coming back in, or do you want to move forward on your own? This just creates a lot of questions for you about the love, because it could be any questions, like, how could they love me and leave me? How could they love me, and make me, feel this way, leave me out in the cold and leave me in a place that I have to heal and get myself together? And so this cup is the only cup in the deck with a lid on it, and there's little windows. And so what the Queen is trying to do is peek in those windows, because you're going to wind up with a lot of questions about love. And it is about moving into a new life cycle. And, they're coming in, they're presenting themselves as if they're going to do that, but they've done that before, from what I see. So yeah, that is confusing. The Queen of Cups is water. That would be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. That might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. So next to Queen of Cups is the Queen of Wands. So this is under that Nine of Cups. You are ready to move into a new life cycle. You're very passionate. This is fire. This is Aries, okay? Leo or Sagittarius. Might be strong in your chart or someone else's chart. That just gives us 2 for Aries, I like to point out. But the energy is you. You're passionate. And you're holding that staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. It's like wherever you put your passion, you really go all in, all right? And you're wondering if you even want to go there with this offer, because you're feeling like it's the Page of Cups, not what they're presenting it to be, like they did before, that they may not love you as like you loved them. That, you see, there's a fish in the cup. Page of Cups. This is another water sign, by the way, for Pisces. So that gives us 2 for Pisces. But I feel like you are not trusting this cup when they come back in. And so you're up in your head. This is what they do. This is what they seem to do to you. So thoughts of truth and clarity. I mean, they're going back and forth, back and forth. You can't get them off your mind. You're very confused about the love. Like, what are they really offering me? Are they going to, leave me in a state of healing again? And, you're moving forward with all these swords of truth and clarity. And I feel like they just come in and turn things upside down. I think you waited a long time for them to return. You waited for this relationship to come to fruition. And you got bored of waiting, and you ended up just healing and healing and healing until you're ready to move into another life cycle, and then they decide to come in. So yeah, you have a lot to think about here, because it's not easy going through the energy of the star. It's very spiritual. It's very deep. And you don't want to have to do that again, and you know it. It's like it brings up all these feelings, all this hurt that you have already dealt with, and it brings it up all over again. I see that you're very confused over that offer. You're anxious. This is anxiety, confusion, stressed. All up in your head. It's like fighting, a mental fight. There might even be an argument about this when they come in. Like, what do you think you're doing? How dare you? I see that you will be entering a new life cycle. Okay. I kind of feel like you're not going to accept the cup, but I don't see that you won't. Let me take out another card. Maybe this will answer our question. The Magician. So the Magician, there's a symbol of intuition and knowing right there. Follow your intuition. Okay? You have all the tools to manifest just what it is that you want in your life. You do want to enter a new life cycle. I know that. You have the Cup of Love, the Pentacle for security and stability. You have the Wand of passion and fresh starts and new beginnings. And you have a Sword for truth and clarity. And the Magician is pointing right to the new life cycle. And I'm taking out, on this Knight of Cups, I'm going to take out a clarification card. There's the Two of Pentacles, the confusion about whether or not this can be a grounded relationship. I'm going to take out one more. And there is the Ten of Swords. So you've got the Nine of Swords here. You've already put this to rest. And so I think you're moving forward on your own. So wow, Capricorn, this was your reading. Thank you for choosing universal guidance for your reading, and best wishes and much peace and love to you.